Hello, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. DC is going massively downhill. They have this bizarre obsession with hiring New York Times bestsellers. I don't know why. I don't see how that translates to comic book writing, but apparently it does. They've done this twice now, from what I can tell. First with Gotham High, which was atrocious, and now with this. This is I Am Not Starfire. No, you certainly are not, love. This is apparently Starfire's daughter. But I'll tell you what it is, unequivocally, it is the most blatant self-inserting I have ever seen by a writer, ever. This is the writer, Mariko Tamaki. You what? Mate, could you be any more flagrant in your behaviour? Any more obvious? Really, love? Come on. It's painful at this point. But anyway, Mariko is a New York Times bestseller, and that means she can write comic books for comic book writers, for comic book lovers, sorry, that everyone's going to love. Because this definitely isn't going to fail, just like Gotham High failed. No, of course not. Of course not. Before we dive into this, ladies and gents, because I'm going to rip this apart today. I have limited edition Xenomorph Christmas sweaters. You can find them linked in the description box or just actually underneath the video itself. So please do check it out. They are only available once a year, very limited. So grab yours whilst you still can. And I believe if you actually purchase soon, you will be able to get them before Christmas, I believe, anyway. But if you go through to the website, they will do all the shipping there for you. Also, I made a new film, a Lovecraftian psychological horror. You can find a link to the GoFundMe as well as a pitch and synopsis down below in the description box. Please do support indie films, because films are going the way of comics at the moment, because this is the crap that you've got to buy. Films are crap at the moment, and you should probably support someone that's going out trying to make something original, just like you would an Indiegogo comic. So there you go. That being said, let's dive into it. So this is what we're going to be covering today. DC has introduced gay and overweight daughter of Starfire. The fact that she's gay, not really any relevance to it, to be perfectly honest. No point, doesn't really matter. No one really cares. That's the thing. You sing it from the rooftops, but no one cares. No one's listening because no one cares. What you do with your ding-a-langs and thing-a-langs, no one, it's fine. No one's interested. The fact that she's overweight is interesting, I think, because could you be any more polar opposite of your mother, a superhero? And I do think it's, I think it's morally reprehensible that DC is promoting obesity, quite frankly. That's my personal opinion. You can agree or disagree. That's up to you. But I don't see why you should be promoting obesity to young adults, and that's what this is. This is a young adult graphic novel. I don't think that's right, basically. And again, you can agree or disagree. That's fine. I'd love to hear why you disagree with promoting something unhealthy, but whatever. Anyway, let's have a look at it, shall we? So DC Comics has introduced a brand new, and also as well, guys, like, she's the daughter of a superhero. They're being obtuse on purpose. They are trying to be the most polar opposite you could possibly be. And as well, bearing in mind, this is the writer. So, but it's just not, that's not how it would go. You know, not only does she have genetics that, you know, would predispose her to not be fat, surely she'd just exercise anyway? Like, what? I mean, you've got to be pretty adamant to, you know, to the cause of eating to be like that. But whatever. So this is, there's basically, Bleeding Cool got a press release, and the comic follows a high school shenanigans of 17-year-old Mandy, who is apparently the complete opposite of her mother, Starfire. You got that right. But there are some contradictions in that, right? So the press release explains that Mandy is a high school outcast and she is constantly trying to get out from under the shadow of her bright, bubbly, scantily clad and famous mother. Right, and that's fine. Now, in order to do so, bearing in mind, so she's trying to be the polar opposite of her mother. She's not trying to be herself, she's trying to be the polar opposite of her mother. Remember that, that's important, because when we get to that later, you'll see the contradiction. In order to do so, she dyes her bright orange hair black and spends her days at school avoiding Teen Titans superfans and trying to hide her feelings for the gorgeous, popular and perfect Claire. Because, again, her lesbianism is a plot point. It's a plot device. So when you call for representation, you're being used as a plot device. So no, it continues. She also tries to avoid spending time with her mother. She's just a bitch, basically. And when she's not doing that, the press release implies that one of the main conflicts of the book is the fact that she walked out on her SATs. So she's a dropout bitch. It reads, and while Mandy usually avoids spending too much time with her alien mother, she's an alien as well, she's been particularly quiet as she's keeping one major secret from her. Mandy walked out of her SATs. And this is the reason why. Because she plans to move to France to escape the family spotlight and not go to college. Alright then. Tell me, Americans, is there some weird romanticism with France? I've been there. It's not that great. Why is this a plot point? I bet you anything. I bet you anything it's a plot point because bloody Mariko here wants to do that. Has to be. So anyway, it continues. However, things take a turn when Mandy's partnered with Claire for a school project. Oh my god, the love of my life. The press release states, their friendship develops into something more, and a self-confidence unknown to Mandy begins to bloom. Remember what I said earlier about she's just purposely being obtuse and trying to be the polar opposite of her mother. Not trying to be herself, trying to be the polar opposite of her mother. Claire seems to like Mandy for being Mandy, not the daughter of Starfire. So you like her for being the polar opposite of... What? What? Mind blown by the stupidity of this press release. So things on the upswing. It's someone from Starfire's past that disrupts it. And Mandy must finally make a choice. Give up before the battle has even begun. Like her dieting attempts. Or step into the unknown and risk... this is so being demonetized. Or step into the unknown and risk everything. Finally, the press release concludes by describing the book as a short story, a story about mother-daughter relationships, embracing where you come from, while finding your own identity and learning to be unafraid of failing. If it was even failing in the first place. What is this about? What is this about? Anyway, she proceeded to share this overall on Twitter, and the takes on it are hilarious. I love the takes on this. Yeah. But this is the same thing as this crap. Why are they hiring New York Times bestsellers? Who's this appealing to? Seriously, who is it actually appealing to? I want to know. Who likes the look of this? I mean, it's an autobiography, isn't it? Surely. It's an autobiography, right? Is it not? I am not Starfire. You are certainly not, love. But then this has been a failure. This Gotham High crap. And bearing in mind, like, I don't care that this is... Because this is non-canon, right? This is not part of the DC universe. And that's fine. Good. You can do whatever you want. But why are you wasting money on it? Why aren't you spending time hiring people that are going to earn you money, DC? DC Comics are failing at the moment. They are. So you'd think that they would not do this? And hire good people? Like, what is going on? Yes, that's right. Marika. Marika, we'd like you to write an autobiography about how you are not Starfire. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll definitely do that. Can I... Oh, fuck it. Honestly, what a joke. Anyway, there you go. This is trash. This is more trash to the trash fire that is DC at the moment. It's garbage. Like, you can't honestly look at this and go, yeah, this is great. Really? Alright. Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know down below. Cheers. Take care.